Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've ever found yourself needing to resize a selected area in Photoshop, maybe you want to tweak a cutout, adjust a precise mask, or just shift part of your image without distorting the content itself. Today's tutorial will walk you through two effective methods. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to resize your selections with confidence and control, saving yourself plenty of time and frustration down the road. Let's jump straight in. First up, let's tackle Method 1, Transform Selection. Imagine you've already made a selection. Perhaps you use the lasso marquee or another selection tool, and you want to make it just a little bigger, smaller, or differently shaped without impacting the actual pixels inside. What you'll do here is right-click your selection area, then choose Transform Selection from the menu. Don't confuse this with Free Transform. Transform Selection only changes the shape of your selection outline, not the image content inside. You'll now see a bounding box pop up around your selection, kind of like framing a picture before you hang it on the wall. Take your time here. You can click and drag any of the corners or edges to resize. It can feel a bit fiddly if you're aiming for precision, but remember, if you hold down Shift while dragging, Photoshop will maintain the current aspect ratio, so your selection won't get stretched or squished unexpectedly. That's especially useful if you're working with square, circular, or proportionally scaled areas. Want to resize from the center out rather than pulling things off center? Hold down Alt on Windows or Option on Mac. This way, your changes radiate evenly from the middle, which is perfect when you're trying to keep your selection centered over a subject. It's a little step that can make a big difference in keeping things balanced. But sometimes, you want even more control. Maybe you need to skew, distort, or play with perspective, like making a rectangular selection slant diagonally for a dynamic effect. For that, just right-click inside the bounding box and explore options like Skew, Distort, or Perspective. These extra tools give you a surprising amount of freedom to reshape your selection in ways that might not be obvious at first glance. Don't be afraid to experiment here. Photoshop lets you preview changes before committing. Once you're happy with the new shape and size, simply press Enter or Return. That'll finalize your selection transformation. If you made a mistake or aren't satisfied, just hit Escape before you commit, and you can start over. Don't worry if this process is new. It only takes a bit of practice before resizing selections feels second nature. Let's move on to Method 2, which is perfect when you want to precisely grow or shrink a selection by a set amount. With your selection active, go up to the Select menu at the top of your screen. From there, choose Modify, and then either Expand or Contract. This is almost like telling Photoshop, hey, I want to add or remove an exact number of pixels from this selection. In the dialog box that appears, type in your desired number of pixels. For example, to nudge the border out by 10 pixels, just pop in 10. This method shines when you're working on tasks like cleaning up a mask or tightening a selection around a tricky edge. Think of it like letting the border breathe or giving it a haircut. Once you've entered your number, hit OK to apply the change. You'll notice your selection outline grows or shrinks instantly, keeping your workflow smooth and fast. It's a subtle adjustment that can lead to much more professional results, especially if you're prepping images for print or web where those tiny pixel changes make a difference. And that's it. Two straightforward methods for resizing any selected area in Photoshop. Whether you need hands-on control with Transform Selection or want pixel-perfect accuracy with Expand Contract, these tools have got you covered. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or want tips on other Photoshop tasks, drop a comment below. I'm always happy to help. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss more handy Photoshop tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.